They're on the final turn, and it's Bandolito, Jeb Western Shake, Believe This Bob, and Just a Jolt. They come to the top of the stretch with Bandolito opening up 2.5. Out of third, Believe This Bob trying to get by Jeb's Western Shake. They straighten away. Bandolito's in front. Jeb's Western Shake down the inside. Bandolito in front. Jeb's Western Shake and Believe This Bob in a tight photo with Just a Jolt, 151.
Bandolito goes from wire to wire for the 151 win, which was a national seasons mark on a half mile. By the way, the 5-year-old also happens to be the fastest horse so far in North America in 2015, when he crossed the wire first in 1:48.1 at Dover Downs on March 26th. Bandolito is owned, trained, and driven by Daryl Bier, and we caught up with him for a chat about this standout side wheeler. Daryl, lots of congratulations with Bandolito. First of all, you just won the big feature race at Harrington Raceway to kick off the spring meet. Tell me about the race. It's kind of a no-brainer. He had the rail and you just went on?
Well, the rail with him is kind of difficult because the gate goes slow and he gets jammed up. I'd rather the 3 or the 4, but it worked out perfect. I mean, I was glad to see it, but then when it comes around the turn, it's just difficult. It doesn't look as easy as it is.
Now he's proven that he's great on a half, but because we already knew he was great on a 5/8, you know, he got the Dover Downs horse of the meet. What an honor that is.
That really was, because all winter long we've been fighting his bad feet. You know, he's got terrible heels, and we had bar shoes on him all winter long, and I was so disappointed in him that he couldn't race in them shoes, because I know he would have lasted a lot longer. But finally, you know, he had the 7-hole. I tried to cut a mile and he got beat. So the next week I went back to the aluminum shoes, thinking his feet were good enough, and I didn't even know if he was in there, and he was. He's amazing. He's so fast.
I'm not a walking encyclopedia like some people can have those stats and those records, you know, just filed so easily in their head. And correct me if I'm wrong, he co-holds the track record at Dover Downs, doesn't he? Or awfully close to it, that he took the meet before. So he's been good for a couple years now.
Yeah, as a 3-year-old, he won the Kentucky Sire Stakes Championship down there in Kentucky. He swept it. And then when we got there as a 4-year-old, it was later on in the meet as well. He wasn't good when it was cold. And he tied Heston Blue Chip all-time track record. He won in 48 and flat. And then he won in 48 and 2 off a half in 56 and 2, 56 and 1, and he came a half in 52. But I could see now I'm going to have to back off him. I could see his feet are starting to sting him a little bit. I can tell. The track's a little firm tonight, and I might try him at Pocono a couple times and see how that suits him. If he gets sore, I'm just going to stop with him. But Bando will hang out and wait. He worked hard these last couple months.
And Bandolito's vacation comes at a perfect time because Daryl, along with his trotting sensation, Wind of the North, has been asked to represent the US of A in Sweden for the Elite Lap. I've got all the details for you, but sorry, not on today's show because we're running out of time. But in a couple of weeks, I'll give you the 411 on how you can root for Daryl and Team USA in the upcoming trotting extravaganza that takes place later this month.